And Matt just mentioned the Springfield interchange. Any bridges, ramps, overpasses are going to freeze first, and it's going to happen very quickly, even though VDOT and MDOT crews have been treating the roadways. Here's a live look for you at the Beltway. We have low visibility and really slick moving conditions already, especially on those shoulders of the roadway, and again, your bridges and on and off ramps. Heaviest snow I'm seeing on the roads accumulating right now is going to be around Leesburg, as well as Chantilly, Sterling, heading in from 66 towards the Beltway. On the Maryland side, not that heavy yet, but I do expect that to move through in the next little bit. And this is a live look at Leesburg Pike. Yes, this is a video of a roadway in Leesburg, Route 7 for all of you coming through that area. Hopefully you don't have to come through that area because road conditions are extremely dicey and dangerous right now, especially on the western side. So if you're around anywhere near 66, around Chantilly, Sterling, Leesburg, that's where I've noticed the worst conditions on our roadway so far, especially those secondary roads that crews might not have been able to treat yet. Of course, they do focus on those primary roadways and interstates that are highly traveled first. Beltway has a light coverage on it right now. Crews were heavily treating the Beltway. I would limit that travel if you do not have to leave the house right now, especially coming in from Virginia towards 66. I would stay home right now if you can. Be on the lookout for that refreeze, icy patches. Again, those roads with lighter traffic are going to be the worst scenarios to drive on right now. Any elevated surfaces as well. Those bridges, ramps, overpasses, those freeze over first and are going to be the most dangerous for you. So VDOT has been out treating the roadways since about midnight last night, focusing primarily on our interstates and main primary roads. Here's a live look for you at 66 headed towards the Beltway. You can see these snow-covered on and off ramps, very slick conditions and wet conditions on the roads. So far, worst areas I've noticed driving-wise are going to be around Leesburg, Route 7, Sterling, Reston, all of those surrounding roads, Sully Road, right by Dulles Airport. Crews right now are on 66 trying to treat some of those roadways, but it doesn't look great. It is improving a little bit, but still really sloppy conditions, and those outside shoulders of the interstate are still completely covered in snow and ice. 270 looks pretty bad too, especially those secondary roads, 355 running adjacent, and the ICC looks like it kind of took a hit too. Here's VDOT's plan of action this morning. They do cover all of those state-maintained roads, and they're going to bring the plows out for 2 or more inches of snow. So first, they're hitting the interstates and limited access roads. Then they'll move on to primary state routes. So that's routes 1 through 599, moving on towards major secondaries. Last on their priority list is going to be those lower volume roads that still are recovering from all of the snow that we did have earlier this week and that freeze over that happened yesterday as well. So neighborhood roads are going to look really bad for the entire day. So slow down if you do have to leave, even though we would advise you not to. And again, use extra caution on those elevated surfaces, your ramps, bridges, and overpasses. If you do not have to leave the house today, don't. Snuggle up with a blanket, some extra coffee, because road conditions are treacherous out there this morning. Here's a live look at the biggest issue that I'm following for you. This is 66 West in Falls Church, right around Dulles Toll Road. We have back-to-back crashes in this area. One car started to skid and actually ran into that divider wall heading towards Dulles Toll Road. That off-ramp was completely closed down. Crews have just reopened it within the past 5 minutes. Road conditions on 66, as Jonathan was saying, look awful. They got hit first in the DMV when I was watching all of that snow come through. So a lot of heavy coverage on 66 and around Dulles Toll Road as well. 395 is in pretty bad shape too. In Arlington and Alexandria, those on and off ramps are absolutely coated in snow and ice this morning. So take it easy if you do have to head out. Expect major delays across the board. Bridges are a point of main concern this morning too, just really unsafe conditions. 270 is getting hit pretty hard right now, and so is 95 coming in from Laurel. So we'll take a live look on the roads there for you coming up. It's heating up the roadways a little bit. So if you do have to drive on a snow-covered road, try and follow those tire tracks in front of you, and don't go that fast like that person. Just take it slow if you can. BW Parkway has had a lot of issues this morning, but I have seen snow trucks plowing and treating those roadways. We've gone from 3 accidents just to 1 heading inbound towards Laurel. If you can scoot on over towards 95, I would take 95 instead, though. It looked a little bit better as far as all of those stoppages and the ice on the off ramps and overpasses.